Welcome to the finish line. 11 lessons of theory. Now it's time for proof. The capstone is simple in concept, demanding in execution. Pick one production-grade feature and build it touching every section of this series. Prompt engineering, daily flow, tests and debug, RAG and agents, security and team-ready process. When you ship it, you don't just know AI tools. You can demonstrate senior AI-augmented development. So what does this actually look like? Pick a feature you'd ship at work. Real users, real consequences, not another to-do app. Aim for the Goldilocks size, a 1 to 2 week production slice. Then route it through every lesson. Prompts, daily flow, review, debug, tests, RAG, agents, redaction, sharing. Document each step. What the AI did, what you did, what surprised you, final deliverable, working feature, 3-minute demo, 1-page write-up. That's your senior portfolio piece. Need a starting point? Here are 4 shapes, each size to hit every section of the course. Auth module if you live in API and front-end land. Internal CLI if you want to kill a repetitive ops task and ship it to your team. Data pipeline if you're doing ETL. Source, transform, destination with real monitoring. Dashboard MVP if metrics and charts are your world. Pick the one closest to your actual job. That's the one that becomes the portfolio piece. Once you've picked the shape, here's the recipe to build it. Every lesson maps to one concrete action in execution order. Foundations set the table, stack, spec, tool fit. Daily is where you actually build, review, and unblock. Advanced layers and tests, code-base RAG, and a delegated subtask. Professional makes it shippable. Privacy on, secrets redacted, workflow documented. Then graduation, ship, 3-minute demo, 1-page write-up. Skip none. The order is the senior AI workflow compressed. Now, how do you know you actually hit the bar? 5 tags, 5 proofs, all ticked. Foundations, your 5-part prompt, model choice, and feature spec on file. Daily, AI-generated code in a PR with a self-review log. Advanced, edge case tests, code-based queries, 1 logged agent run. Professional, privacy on, secrets scrubbed, workflow documented for the team. GRAD, feature shipped, 3-minute demo, write-up published. Miss 1, and the capstone's incomplete. So what do you actually hand in? 3 artifacts. 1, the feature itself, merged PR, tests green, production scope, with AI-assisted commits called out in the messages. 2, a 1-page workflow write-up, tagged by lesson phase, including 1 honest AI failed me story. 3, a 3-minute narrated demo, 30 seconds of the feature, 2 minutes of workflow, 30 seconds of reflection. Bundle them in a folder, share the link. That's your portfolio piece. And once that portfolio piece exists, you've earned the title, AI-Augmented Senior Developer. Not someone who tried Cursor once or pastes from ChatGPT, 3 things together. Workflow, 11 techniques applied across the lifecycle, a repeatable shape that compounds. Judgment, you know when AI helps and when it lies. Hallucinations, race conditions, scope creep, skeptics, you have answers. Governance, privacy, secrets, team rollouts. That combination? 95% of the market doesn't have it yet. So once the capstone ships, don't let it sit there. Compound it. 6 moves, open source the workflow on GitHub, run a lunch and learn to claim the AI authority seat on your team, or pitch a meetup talk for visibility outside the company. Then the bigger plays. A tutorial series for long-form credibility, a direct conversation with your manager about leading AI adoption, or contract work at senior rates with the capstone as your proof. Pick 2 or 3. Execute. That's how one project becomes a career. And here's the whole series on one screen. Print it, pin it above your monitor. Hallucinations are baked in, so verify. 5-part prompts beat 1-liners. Pick the tool to fit the task. Tab, CMDK, Composer for daily moves. AI catches 70, you catch the meaningful 30. Mutation beats coverage. 6-stage RAG. 4 autonomy levels. Every prompt is data egress. Skeptics become champions through phased rollout. And Lesson 12, ship the proof. Before you start, know the 5 ways capstones die. 1. Scope creep. Auth plus OAuth plus 2FA plus admin panel ends in a half-finished mess. Pick 1 to 2 weeks max. 2. Toy projects. A to-do app won't exercise what you learned. Pick real stakes. 3. Skipping the write-up. The workflow is the proof, not the code. 4. Hiding AI failures. One honest wrong path story builds more trust than perfection. And 5. Not shipping. Stuck at 90%? Ship the 90. A shipped imperfect feature beats a perfect one rotting in a private repo every single time. So here's the calendar. 2 weeks, executable. Week 1 is build. Days 1 and 2, you scope and spec. 3 through 6, you write the core feature inline, debug, harden, and by day 7, you ship a 70% working version. Week 2 is polish. Tests and RAG on 8 and 9, delegate something to an agent on 10, privacy pass on 11, the workflow write-up on 12, and days 13 and 14, record the demo and ship. 1 to 2 hours an evening, Saturday morning. Block it now. That's it. 12 lessons, 5 tiers, 1 shipped feature. Foundations through GRAD all checked off. Your portfolio now has a repo, a write-up, and a demo. That's the proof. So go finish it, push to main, and own the title. AI-Augmented Senior Developer. Now go ship it.